Right, let's do this again. I was told that there was no audio. I hope that audio is working now. So for this full moon meditation, we're going to be talking a little bit about calming the inner storm. Just to put things in proper context. Many years ago, I was talking to my teacher, and he said, during the full moon, it's very important that people gather together to do meditation because there's a magnification that happens. So I know a lot of you have been joining us for different meditations, but during the full moon, it's exceptionally more powerful because so much energy is coming in, everything gets magnified. And so one of the biggest struggles people have is dealing with emotional turmoil. And I thought, well, why don't we make the meditation be relevant and just talk about what causes this inner turmoil and how to deal with it. So let me just give you a little bit of context. Many years ago, I was going through a lot of emotional roller coaster, up and down. And I went to my teacher for help. I said, Master, I need help. He says, go meditate. And I said, okay. I went back to him, Master, it's really very difficult. Emotionally, it's like up and down, things going crazy, cannot think clearly, and so on. He looked at me, he goes, go meditate. I'm going, I'm not getting anywhere. And so I begged, Master, I need help. We're going through a lot of stuff. He looked at me, goes, okay, go meditate. Finally, I said, what do I have to do to get this help from my teacher? Because I was expecting like a father-son, spiritual father-son talk type of deal. He just told me, go meditate. And then I said, Master, it's affecting this emotional stuff happening is really affecting my ability to teach, to share pranic healing and teach the spiritual teachings. Got his attention. So, okay. Come on, let's talk. First thing comes out of his mouth is, go meditate. I'm going, But he didn't stop there. He went in more detail. He said, you see, when you meditate, when the higher soul is in control of the body, the emotions, and the thoughts, the vehicles, this problem will go away. Then he proceeded to tell me a story, and I'm going to share this with you. The ones who are in Instagram, you probably won't be able to see this. But anyway, you go to Facebook and YouTube later on. There's a short presentation. So the title is Calming the Inner Storm. And he knows that I come from a Catholic background, come from the Philippines. So he proceeded to tell me a story. He said, you guys remember the story in the Bible where there's a storm in the sea. And in fact, I'll just read you. It's from Mark 4, chapter 4, 35, 41. There arose a great storm on the sea, but Jesus himself was asleep. The apostles were asleep and woke him up. And he got up, he goes, what's wrong with you? No, he didn't say that. He says, why are you so afraid, you men of little faith? Then he got up, the Lord Jesus got up, and rebuked the winds and the sea, and he became perfectly calm. Most of you know the story, right? He was sleeping, and then, people went crazy because, we're going to drown. And he woke him up, and he goes, what's wrong with you people? You men of little faith. He got up, okay, quiet, done. And I'm sharing this with you because my teacher knew that if he just told me, go meditate, when the soul is in control, they'll take care of it. He knew that I would understand it, but not fully until I have a certain connection with, my faith from the past. So he went ahead and said, okay, it's something like this. The storm is the turbulent sea of thoughts and emotions in the aura. At any given time, when we think of something, we feel something, we create thoughts and emotions. These are manufactured by the soul. So the soul uses the body, right, to move around the physical world, uses an emotional astral body to create feelings, and uses the mental body, or like a machine, to create these thoughts. So the emotions, the thoughts, and the movements are all creations of the soul. So when we go through life, and these thoughts and emotions overwhelm us, that's the turbulent storm. They're basically the thoughts and emotions we created and overwhelm us. That's the reason why a lot of people say, I want to meditate, I want to have inner peace. So they close their eyes, and the mind goes all over the place. And but I want to be calm, I want to be still. Give it probably 10 seconds the most. They start going. And the harder they try, right? All of us been there. The harder we try to have more peace, what happens? The crazier it gets. Right? And so the lesson is something like this. Remember, the Lord Jesus was sleeping. Most of you know, in the Bible, the Lord Jesus says, well, I am the way, the truth, and the life, right? The I am. So the I am, on a higher level of truth, when Jesus is saying I am, he's the personification of the soul, the I am. So he says, when the I am is asleep in the person, in other words, when the spiritual self is dormant, is not active within our everyday life, guess what? The body, the emotions, and thoughts with their own tendencies take over. And you already know, the emotions love drama. The mind likes to jump around from topic to topic. That's why you have monkey mind. The body, of course, has its wants and needs for pleasure and physical pleasure and fulfillment. So if you let the body, the emotions, and thoughts have whatever it wants, it's equivalent to the soul says, oh, you guys do whatever you want. So it creates drama, right? And the mind goes, let me think of this, to jump all over the place. So in the process, these thoughts and emotions are what? Populating the energy field. And guess what? If we look through life, through these turbulent thoughts and emotions, there's chaos. There's no peace. So at that time, the spiritual self is not active, symbolized by the Lord Jesus what? Sleeping. Then what? The apostles went nuts. Wake him up! So he got up. So when the higher soul, the spiritual self, becomes more active, guess what happens? He says, you men of little faith. Now, the word faith has many, many meanings. If you go to India, the word faith is called Sharanagati, or spiritual conductivity. Of course, you talk to most people from India, they say, oh, Sharanagati means surrender. You take it to a higher level. It's not really surrender, but spiritual conductivity. Conductivity is like, if you plug in your radio or your TV to the wall, you need copper wire or something that conducts electricity. You plug it in with a rubber wire or plastic, it doesn't conduct. So faith is actually spiritual conductivity. In other words, the energy coming through you, passing through you. The easiest way to understand is what St. Paul says. He says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. He didn't say, oh, I am strong. He says, Christ that strengthens me, through me. Through means what? The current passing through a piece of wire. So what this story is saying is, when we are not spiritually conductive, when we think we can do everything, we don't realize that, oh, the I, the soul, the spiritual self is one with God. We allow our thoughts and emotions to take over. We're not conductive. So at that point, what happens? All hell breaks loose. However, and this is the part, when Jesus rebuked the storm, basically when the higher soul regains control, wakes up and says, okay, body, you emotions, you thoughts, I control you, not the other way around, there's calmness. Okay? So the easiest way to understand is something like this. When you're meditating and you're doing your spiritual work, what are you trying to do? You're trying to put your body in such a way that it's not uncomfortable, it's very comfortable, either sitting, laying down, whatever it is, so that way you don't get any input from the body. The body's not complaining, hey, this is sore, this is uncomfortable, or so on and so on. In other words, the body's not giving you input. And then from there, what happens? You don't want people standing around you screaming, yelling, get you emotionally riled up. You're like, I want to go to a quiet place. You go to the mountains, you go to whatever, you go to a place where nobody disturbs you. So you're emotionally not being riled up, you're mentally not being stimulated. So at that point, what happens? What are you trying to do? You're trying to mute the emotions, mute the thoughts. What are you trying to do? You're trying to discover who the I am really is, that is, at that point, trying to be more active. Make sense? So when you're meditating, you're trying to quiet down the emotions, the thoughts, and you try to immobilize the body. Because only at that time, by the process of elimination, okay, I'm not getting any input from the body, so I'm not the body. I'm not getting input from the emotions. I'm not getting input from the thoughts. So what's left is I. I'm observing these things. Who is that I? The I am is the soul, the spiritual self. Make sense? So at that point in time, two things are happening. As you realize you're not the emotions, the body, and the thoughts because you're observing them, you get to realize who the I am really is. And once you realize the I, then you go, oh, when I am awake to who I really am, I realize that I can control my body, my emotions, and thoughts. At that point, things calm down. So that's why at that time, when I was going through a lot of this emotional roller coaster, instead of my teacher explaining all these things to me, he just says, go meditate. But when he noticed that I was too dull, a little too dense, I didn't get it. Okay, I'll tell you what it means based on the story that you grew up with. When Jesus was asleep and there was a storm, when the apostles went nuts, they woke him up. When he got up, calmed the storm, everything got quiet. See, Jesus represented the soul, the spiritual self. When you don't do your meditation, when the I is asleep within you, then all hell breaks loose because your emotions, your thoughts, and your body take over. But when you do your spiritual practice, when the I becomes dominant, then the I can control the body, the emotions, and the thoughts. This problem you have will go away. I go, oh, got it. You see, oftentimes we don't realize that these stories have a deeper meaning, higher levels of truth. And so what I usually do is when we're sharing these spiritual stories with you, is we try to connect it with what you already know so it makes more sense. Now, let me show you an image here. I've often talked about this in our meditations. So the I am is like the charioteer. Okay, you see that's on the image on the screen. If you're on Instagram, just do your best to go into YouTube or Facebook, so otherwise I can't show these on the screen. So right here, you see, the I am is the charioteer. The three horses are the body, the emotions, and the thoughts. Now the charioteer is using the reins to control the horses. Those reins basically represent the spiritual cord. You know, like every time you see paintings or drawings of saints, there's a shaft of light. Well, guess what? All of us have it. It's just theirs are ginormous. So that spiritual cord is actually the way the spiritual self, the soul, controls the body, the emotions, and thoughts. So when this spiritual pipeline is huge, that means the higher soul, the spiritual self, have control over the body, the emotions, and thoughts. When the higher soul loses control or chooses not to control, we'll talk about this in a minute, then the spiritual cord decreases. So guess who's boss? The body, the emotions, and thoughts. So at any given time, this spiritual connection determines how much control the I has over our lives. Now, we went a little deeper. In that image of the charioteer, he has a whip. Now, I know somebody goes, oh, that's cool to animals. Come on, you guys, rise above it. We're using this as a metaphor, okay? Don't go nuts. You know, sometimes we tell these stories, go, oh, yeah, but, you know, you're not supposed to have horses. You're not supposed to have whip. Okay, you guys, cool it. Let's look at the spiritual lesson. So the charioteer uses the reins to control the horses. The question is, why does he need to control the horses? Because each of the horses have their own tendency. If you take 3 wild horses, put them together, they go all over the place. Right? It's just like you get a caveman, they want, right? They want bodily satisfaction. They want food. They want sex. They want this. At that point, they're like wild body, wild emotion, wild thoughts. But in the process of spiritualization, it's the soul using the reins to control them. But let's face it, every horse wants to do their own thingy. So the whip represents 2 things. 1, the teachings coming from our teachers. So when these teachings come into us, that help the soul regulate the body, the emotions, and the thoughts. Make sense? The second one is, if we don't learn from our teachers because we're a little thick-headed, the whip also represents what? Karmic lessons. What do you mean by karmic lessons? Thou shalt not steal. But we say, we don't believe in that crap. So you went and stole from people, you take things that are not yours, but there's this karmic boomerang, whatever you throw, boom, hits you back. And then you lose money, you start having financial problems, and you go, maybe I should be practicing non-stealing. So lesson learned. That's one of the whips. And then another lesson is like, do unto others as you want them done unto you. So when you notice when you're very kind to others, you're very loving, you're forgiving, you start noticing people also kind and loving to you. And that's another lesson. That's a gentle whip. Make sense? So just imagine you, the spiritual self, are constantly trying to control these three horses. And whatever you cannot regulate, you learn from your teachers, go, hey, you, okay, go that way. Otherwise, if we let the horses go a certain way and you have problems, what happens? Karmically, we learn the lesson. So we go, oh, we better not do that. Okay, the horse is going this way. Go this way. Make sense? So the whip represents karmic lessons and or teachers. Now the question is, which one? Well, it's the choice of the charioteer. If the charioteer is smart, they go, okay, I'll learn from the teachers because the teachers learn it from their mistakes, and I learn from the teachers, so I don't have to go through the pain. But some of us are a little thick-headed, so we go, I don't need teachers. You actually read books like that. Oh, I don't need speech or teacher. I can get enlightened by myself. This high teachers go, okay, go knock yourself out. You learn it the other way. And sure enough, we learn it from pain. The good news is, in the end, we also learn. It's just a matter of you learn it with pain or no pain. So I'm sharing this with you because the shortcut to all of this is one, realization. Realization that we are spiritual beings on an earthly journey. And in that earthly journey, we're going to screw up. Meaning, when we screw up, we're letting the body, the emotions, and the thoughts take over. But ultimately, we grab a hold of that rein again and be in control again. And the way you do that, the shortcut to that, is through your meditation spiritual practice. Because when you're doing your meditation spiritual practice, what are you trying to do? You're trying to immobilize the body, quiet the emotions, quiet the thoughts, to realize who you are. At that point, you get to remember who you are, and you go, oh, I'm here to learn lessons. Let me control the body. Let me control the emotions. Let me control the thoughts. That's that. So without meditation, prayer, quiet time with God, whatever word you want to use, good luck. The three horses will drag you everywhere. But if you take it on a, what's the word I'm looking for? On a regular basis to always do your quiet time of prayer, meditation, spiritual practice, you're basically nudging the horses to a certain way. At some point, the horses become trained. The body is trained, the emotions become trained, the mind becomes trained. So when you go into everyday life, they bother you less. It's just like when your horses are trained, it's like you're almost on autopilot. You go, they go. Rather than, get the idea? So the caveman is like that. Woo, woo, woo. So spiritualization or spiritual evolution has many, many parts. One part is the soul is realizing, oh, I'm controlling these horses. Number two, I'm not these horses, so I better control them on which way they're going to be able to fulfill my spiritual destiny. That's it. So I hope you learned something from this short talk, because the mistake a lot of people make, I made a mistake, is like, when there's emotional issues, well, it's society's fault. It's the news. It's my parents. It's these aliens that landed on my crown chakra. In other words, we blame everything outside rather than say, wait. The reason there's chaos is because the I lost control. So let's start with, who's the I? Oh, I'm the mover of this body. I created those feelings. I created those thoughts in response to outside. So who is this I? Oh, I'm the spiritual self. Let me meditate on that. Put my attention there. And then you realize, wow, when I have a realization, I'm not this body, emotions, or thought, these are not the I. The I is actually peaceful, still, and at some point, happy, joyful. That is my true nature. Oh, Once you have that realization, you can pick up the body, the emotions, and the thoughts, and you will now be able to differentiate what's not the I. When you have that realization, then you go, this anger is not mine. This person is pissed off at me and projecting it. That's not me. That's not I. I don't take it. Society has all these thoughts and emotions and whatever. They're not I. Doesn't mean I pull myself out and not deal with it, but at least I know, this crap is not mine. Then I'll be able to regulate my thoughts and my emotions in response to it. That's it. I know that's an oversimplification, but I hope this short 20-minute talk has been able to give you some insight that when you're meditating, having that inner peace and stillness is not the objective. That's the byproduct of the practice of knowing who you are and you being able to control the body, the emotions, and thoughts. So the peace, the love, the joy, the stillness is the byproduct of that because that's your nature. You get to realize that nature. Make sense? That's that. All right, let's meditate. By the way, what we do is after the meditation, we use that intense energy and bless our project. So I hope that you have your goals and aspirations and your wishes have in front of you. So after the meditation, we'll put a fire hose on it and just pour lots of energy and blessings into it. I'm not doing the blessing. It's the group energy. Okay? So let's do our meditation. Let's ask for blessings first. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahaguju Mailing, we thank you for divine light, love, guidance, help, healing, protection. And you can say to my higher soul, to my spiritual self, thank you for your cooperation. We are one, so be it. Okay, you guys ready? Put your hands on your heart like this. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just silently follow me. I am that. I am not the body. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul, the spiritual self. I am that. The soul, the mover of the body, the creator of the feelings, and creator of the thoughts. I am that. The soul, the spiritual self. I, the soul, exist independently of the body, the emotions, and thoughts. The body, the emotions, thoughts, and thoughts are just my instruments. I am that. The soul. Just be still. Allow your awareness to drift above your crown. I am that. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God, meaning we're all growing and evolving. I am one with God. I am one with all. This is the truth, regardless of the capacity of my brain and nervous system to register this truth. I am that. Be still. We are one. Maintain your stillness, maintain your state of awareness, and listen. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts, you are the soul. You are a spiritual being of divine intelligence to regulate your mind. You are a spiritual being of divine love to regulate your emotions. You are a spiritual being of divine power to regulate the movements of your body. That is the real you. You are the soul, a being of pure energy and light. Be still. Remember who you really are. You are connected in one to your higher soul, your higher self. You are connected in one to the divine spirit, which is you. You are a child of God, you are one with God, you are one with all. There is only oneness. Just allow your consciousness and awareness to drift above the crown freely on its own. You are a being of light. We are one. There is only oneness. Now imagine all of us beings of light are inside a big, huge, gigantic ball of light, which is the sun. Just imagine all of us beings of light are inside the big bright sun, looking out into the solar system. Be still. Just say, we are one. We are one with God, we are one with all. We are one with God's presence in the sun, the solar logos, the central spiritual sun. We are one. Be still. Meditate on your true nature. A being of light, within a greater light. Be still. I am that. That am I. Be still. We are one. Let go. Go deeper within you. Discover the true light within. That is your true nature. We are one. Maintain your stillness. Maintain your state of oneness. Simultaneously raise your hands in blessing. We're going to do meditation twin hearts, projecting love, light, and power through the sun and filling up the entire earth. So just say our hearts are one. And from our hearts, project beautiful pink light coming out of our hearts, flowing through our hands, out of the sun, and filling the entire earth. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, anywhere, within me, outside of me, in my family, my work, city, state, country, anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. To all I have hurt, intentionally or not, I send you love, joy, and peace, and humbly ask for your forgiveness. And I also forgive myself and ask for your forgiveness. To all who have hurt me, we are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving. And this evolution involves time, process, and mistakes. Just like I've learned from my mistakes and want to be forgiven. To all who have hurt me, you are all completely forgiven. Go in peace. And may you be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May you also spiritually grow and learn from your mistakes. To all who have hurt me, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. Namaste. So it is. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. To all who are in turmoil, to all who are suffering, in any way, physically, emotionally, with your finances, with your relationships, with your mental health, emotional health, may all of you be blessed with hope and with faith and a better tomorrow. So be it. Bless every person, every being on earth with hope and with faith and a better life. So be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Darkness is the absence of spiritual light. The absence of knowing that one is a being of light. So just say, our hearts are one. May all be blessed with spiritual realization that they are a being of light within a greater light. So be it. And where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Be still. Be aware of your heart in your hands and just flood the earth with so much beautiful pink light, blessing every person, every being with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation, with hope and with faith, with light and with joy. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Be still and just let the blessings flow through us. Be still. Now, gently be aware of your hearts. Take a deep breath. Inhale that love from your heart, up, up, up to the crown, and exhale, and stay there. And just silently say, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. Now imagine this beautiful golden light from our crowns flowing down through our hands collectively, out of the sun, shining a big bright golden beam to the entire earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Blessings be to all. Flood your family, your friends, relatives, people you work with beautiful golden light. Your city, state, country, the surrounding areas with golden light. Let that golden light just keep spreading and filling the entire earth. May all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. So be it. May all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. So be it. Now, gently be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. Just say, our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There is only oneness. Now just project a beautiful golden beam of light through our hands, collectively out of the sun, shining on the entire earth. Just be aware of your heart and crown. Just flood the earth with golden light. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being, in every dimension, every direction, in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all beings be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. For many at this time, physical, financial, and relationship healing, emotional and mental healing. Let all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. We are one. We are one. Blessings be to all. Bless your family, your friends, relatives, people you work with. Just let that massive golden light just flood your entire life. Let it spread to the city, your country, the surrounding areas. Just fill the entire earth. Blessing every person, every being, physical and non-physical, with unconditional love and kindness. So be it. Be still. We are one in blessing. So be it. So it is. Now gently lower your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Be still. Imagine a beautiful golden star just floating above your head. Be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown and into that golden flame. And stay there. Allow your entire awareness from your heart to just keep drifting higher and higher and into that golden flame. Your entire awareness and consciousness is now inside that beautiful golden flame. And inside that flame is an ocean of golden light. Be still. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper and deeper into that golden ocean of light. And listen. Om. Om. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper and deeper into that golden ocean of light. Om. Om. You, the soul, are listening. Om. Om. You, the spirit, are listening and chanting. Om. Be still. Be aware of your true nature. Let go and just simply let things be. Now. Let go. Let go. Remember who you are. And just say, I am that. So gently, slowly, gently and slowly, move your fingers, move your toes. Very gently and slowly come back to your physical form now. Just gently move your fingers and toes. That allows you to come back. Slide back into your physical body now. Take your time. All right, raise your hands. We'll first bless our family, our loved ones. Visualize them in front of you. Fill them all with beautiful golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. Fill them with so much love, joy, and peace. Massive amounts of golden light. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Now be aware of your feet, the base of your spine, your hands. Project golden light down into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her children and all of creation be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth, all her children, and all of creation be blessed, be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to all. So be it, and so it is. So it is. All right. You can open your eyes. Okay, that was a little intense. And considering my body's not that sensitive, even I felt something. So, all right, here's the plan. If you remember, the ones who remember what you're supposed to do, bring out if you wrote down your goals, your aspirations, remember you have all this energy. And that's the idea there. You use the excess energy to bless your projects. Now, for some of you who are new, it's something like this. You know, a person who does not really meditate regularly, let's say their aura is like 6 inches to a foot, their aura, the size of the inner aura. The aura has many layers, okay? The inner aura, the one close to the body. When you do this meditation, Twin Hearts, that size of 6 inches to a foot goes out at least 30 to 50 feet. Could you imagine? From this to like radius. So you're not feeling it because the energy is high vibrating. You just feel like peaceful, loving, floating, like you're high on something, right? That's because it's high frequency. So when you're done, what are you going to do with that energy? If your body cannot absorb it, at some point it just dissipates. So why don't we use it constructively? 2 ways. One, after we're done with the meditation, especially in the full moon, just magnify that many times. You whip out all your projects, your goals, your aspirations. If you didn't have a chance to write it down, just visualize it in front of you. And with all this energy, we're going to pack it with golden light. Okay? And then the second part is after the meditation, you do this on your own, do your physical exercises. So it does two things. One, whatever negative thoughts, negative emotions that get pushed out of your aura, if it does not get completely released, the exercising, the flexing, squirts it out. And now it creates space for your body to pull that spiritual energy in and actually use it as fuel to make your body healthier. Translation, no downside. Okay? And it also grounds you. So you're not walking around like you're high, like you smoke something. All right? Okay. Now that you understand why we do it, go ahead and pull out your projects, your goals, your wishes, your aspirations, and I have a little inside tip for you. Make sure your wish list is not everything just me, I. You know, maybe you have a sister or brother or loved one who's going through tough times. That should be one of your wishes, that their life get better. If you know somebody who needs healing, somebody's finances need improving, also bless them. That way, all this excess energy is not just for you, but helping other people. And of course, by the law of karma, it comes back to you regardless. So everybody's happy. All right? You guys ready? So put it in front of you. Okay, raise your hands like this. Repeat after me. We are one. We are one. We're one with God. We're one with all. All right. Project golden light. Visualize your projects manifesting according to the divine plan. Nobody gets hurt. It's all good. Your finances are improving. Your relationships are getting better. Your health is improving. Okay, whatever projects you have, just fill with golden light. Visualize it manifesting properly and just seeing it getting brighter and brighter, filled with golden light. Go. We'll put some extra special sauce on it as you do it. Go. Keep going. Just flood it with golden light. See it materializing, manifesting properly according to the divine plan, and just flood it with golden light. Keep going. Keep going. Feel it, bless it with golden light. Smile. Come on, be happy about it. If you want it, you should be happy about it. So it is. There's other people's wishes. So it is. Your relatives, your friends, bless them with a good life. So be it. May all be blessed. So it is. Tatastu, so it is. All right. Open your eyes. If you're sensitive, some of you are doing this, you could almost feel like energy being sucked out of your hand. Or at some point, you almost feel like, hey, it's pushing back. That means it's full. All right, so we do this every month. You're welcome to join us. Of course, 6 times a week, we're doing Anchor the Light meditation. This is the second one tonight. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m., 6 p.m. California time. So you're welcome to join us. After meditation, we always do this. Of course, during the full moon is Paxawalo. All right, so that's good. And I think that's it. Done my job. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my beloved teacher, Master Swakok Sui Mahaguju Mailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you for your immense blessings in full faith. And so it is. Right. Thank you very much for joining me. There are thousands of you doing this, and the more of us that do this, the stronger it gets. Okay, so we'll leave this recording here. You can come back and do this again and again. And if you have friends and loved ones who have never meditated before and they want to know a little more about it, I try to share the teachings in a very everyday language way without, being too esoteric. So hopefully it'll bring more people on the spiritual path. And when all is said and done, suffering can only be alleviated when each of us realize who we really are. That we are made in the image of God, we're beings of light, having a body, emotions, and thoughts to learn lessons and fulfill our spiritual destiny. So, namaste, everyone. You all take care, and we will see you next time. God bless. And you're welcome to leave a comment. Tell us how we can make it better. Or you didn't like it, it stinks. That's fine too. Whatever. Namaste. Take good care.